At former home of Hoysh Park, Yeovil, a welcome return for you because it's another 3 points and a convincing victory over the home side.
Yeah, look, I'm delighted. It's a tricky encounter, Cows come in here. They've had a wonderful result last week where they won 6-2 away from home, never an easy place to go, and to score 6 is wonderful. So we knew that they'd be difficult. We thought the pitch would be slightly more difficult and stuff, but like I thought from start to finish, we've talked about our starts where we've conceded away from home early, but we were the ones that got off to a flying start, and you could see it in them. They were really at it, scored a good goal, could have scored again. Hilton had a great chance, and then obviously when we got the second and the thing, that you're kind of thinking, well, it's it was going to be our day, like.
And that early goal really was critical this afternoon, wasn't it? I mean, it's been a long time in coming that we've scored early and looked so dominant so early in the game and kept it going. And Elliot, a super finish from him.
Yeah, look, we're delighted because I said we made a big thing of it. Like, our starts have killed us because we score almost every game, if not every game, and we give ourselves mountains to climb. So we wanted to get off to a start, and by scoring early and by scoring first, we did that. And I thought it was, from start to finish, I thought we were thoroughly professional in everything we did. And I know some people will be disappointed we didn't go on and try and score loads more goals, but it went about that, but getting over the line, and that was thoroughly professional. It really was, and I'm pleased, very pleased.
Doubled the advantage on 20 minutes, and off the ball, Danny Hilton pulled back as he was trying to make his way through. It seemed clear cut from our view here in the press box, and a red card as well. The assistant referee, I think, helping the referee there. Yeah,
well, look, it's just 100% penalty. We've looked at it back, 100% penalty, and I think because it's actually deliberately stopped him scoring the ball, because it's not like an accident or anything like that. It's deliberately stopped him a goal scoring opportunity. Then it's a clear red. It's the right decision, and Danny stepped up. I don't know what he's done with the pen, but he scored the pen, and then you think, that's a real good start for us. I mean, Danny's had a glorious chance before that in terms of his left foot one. The keeper pull off a good save, or should Danny finish? So look, we could have made it slightly more easy for ourselves, but if someone had offered me a 1-0 win here, and in whatever circumstances, I would have taken it, and that's a real good performance today.
Danny made it 3-0 just before the break, but that was to be his last involvement. It got yellow card, perhaps a little harsh, but you can understand why the referee's done it in times, just turning his back on the Yeovil fans to point out who'd scored again, but then a little bit of dissent, and I could see your frustration on the touchline there, and immediately Jake's told to get ready.
He's a pantomime villain because he's such a good player. Then people target him and so on, and the crowd get on him here. The crowd got on him here last year. Look, we got. Once you go 3-0, then there's bigger challenges ahead. Not being disrespectful to anyone, but we should win the game from there with 9 men, 3-0 up. We should win the game. Now, what I didn't want to do was give Yeovil fans something to really get behind and to lift us. So it was a safe thing. It's a shame because I would have liked Danny to score more goals and so on, but he scored 2. He's a massive part in what he did, set up the first one as well. So he's had a massive impact, and I was thinking it's just a shame, that things like that have to happen. Danny could have avoided it, but he likes to get himself involved in those things, and what I didn't want to do was go down to 10 men and then even it up a little bit. So it's just an easier decision to make.
Something he just needs to learn from that discipline, because he was sure, you could see the frustration when he left the field, would have wanted that hat-trick this afternoon.
Yeah, well, he would have liked to scored plenty more, and the form he's in and the way he's doing stuff, then it would have been, and it's disappointing. It really is, because I'm disappointed for him, because I didn't want to bring him off. I never bring Danny Hilton off if I can help it. It just took the sting out of the game. It would have given the fans something to think. The players, I'm sure their players would have tried to wind him up on something, and then look, Danny plays on the edge, so we couldn't afford to go down to 10 men, miss him for weeks to come, and to even it up a little bit more today.
And Alan McCormack also got a few boos from the Yeovil fans here and taking the pressure off Danny for a little bit, but the off-the-ball incident that saw a second red card prior to that third goal.
Well, if you get punched, you go down and you get sent off. Simple. And as I said, fans love to get behind someone to hate and so on and so forth, and if you ask your fans would they like Alan McCormack and Danny Hilton in their side, then I think they'd bite your hand off. So I think it's a little bit of respect thing as well there in terms of booing him, because he controlled the game. He was excellent from start to finish. Danny was wonderful. It's just they can be pedantic at times, but that's why they've had good careers. And Alan McCormack today managed the game wonderfully well. I thought he was excellent from start to finish, and he deserved his 15-minute rest.
And another case of giving him a rest once he picked up that yellow card wasn't worth the risk any further.
It's not really, and again, things happen, and the only thing. I thought he was going to get a yellow card for a referee obviously judging him to be diving. It was clear foul, absolute clear foul, but these things happen. So look, we've managed the game well in all aspects. Our staff managed the game. Our players were magnificent. I understand there might have been an element of frustration. We would like to see more goals, but look, we've scored enough goals, so everyone has seen enough goals. It's just about getting the 3 points, and we did that today, and I'm delighted.
I mean, it didn't make for a pretty second half, really, did it? I mean, it was just playing the ball around and keeping control and not really risking anything for injuries or anything like that in that second period.
No, we had a few opportunities, and we had the thing, and we did that, and they sat, Yeovil sat right in, so they denied space. The only way they were going to score would be from a little counter-attack if we risked possession centrally. So we didn't do it, and I thought they were excellent. I thought they stuck to the game plan. We didn't need to score any more goals. 3 points is 3 points. If we scored 5 today or risked it, I'd rather won 3-0 by playing like we did than 3-1 by really trying to be brave. And we've been brave. We've scored enough goals. We've showed what a good attacking side we are today. And look, we must have had some good possession stats, so that's a positive thing.
And important to get those back-to-back wins because, again, other teams around us have picked up the 3 points as well, so not quite over that line just yet.
No, we're not, but again, as long as we win, then no one can do anything else. And it's about us is about doing our job. That's what I keep telling the players, just do our job. Yeah, they can look at the results when they get in, but we had no idea of anyone's results during the game. And as I said, I'm just pleased that we're doing our job because we've come through a sticky patch. We've been criticised for a lot of things, but we've won 3 at the last 4, so we've just at the right time. We're actually in form, so that's good news.
How pleasing is that clean sheet away? That's the first one I think since Grimsby away from home now. So that must be a real bonus too.
Yeah, it is. Look, I said if you keep a clean sheet, then we're going to win games because we've got the firepower to score goals. We really have. With a positive side, we played a positive side again today. And, it'd been so easy to come here and shut up shop and just make sure we were brave in our selection. So it is. It's good to have a clean sheet. It means it gives you a great opportunity to win games. But look, we've been in good form all year. We've been consistent all year. We really have, and that's a pleasing thing. That we just got to keep continuing to do that. We've got 4 games left, and as I said, we're looking forward to an end of season.
And he was barely tested second half. It was a wonderful save at 3-0, wasn't it, from Schaefer, that deflected effort that looked like it was going in.
Yeah, it was. He made a good save. I mean, the keeper made a couple as well, but the one save he had to make in the whole game, he responded to, and he would have wanted that clean sheet, wanted to keep that clean sheet, for his life, and he's did that. And I said that he's done superbly well since he's come in. That's his second clean sheet since he's come in. No fault for his, in last week's goals, for example. But no, I'm pleased with him.